from the 30.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Tua going to throw.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Up the middle, Achane.
They juked him.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
10 more there and another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Looking to pass. Tua. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Eric Armstead busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
At the 46-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right.
That's complete to the rookie from Colorado.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
A handoff running left is Etienne.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Achane gets it from the gun.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They send him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Lawrence to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's nothing but pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Go, let's go.
Now Lawrence.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily,
and it's intercepted at the goal line.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Here's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And let's just go ahead and list all the things scouts saw when he was coming out of LSU. Tracks the ball easily. Great vertical speed. Plays above the rim. Excellent catch radius and has good contact strength. That led to 17 touchdowns scored last year.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Waddle, the motion man, right. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Go ahead.
Now Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first, this from 41. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
Here's Hill on the return. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. On target over the middle to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
They'll set up to throw.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jags are going to get the football back at their own 17. So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball on them through the middle of the field. But once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew. They're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone, third downs, and getting after the quarterback.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Hey, go. Hey, kill. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
55 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Red on red. Go. Same play.
Lawrence will throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, get set.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Tua going to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. It's Hill, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 26 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Go ahead.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Tua going to try and throw for it.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Hey, Ryan. Go.
Lawrence. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Gun. Hey.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
2nd and 10. A give running right, Etienne. There's the stiff arm. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard. A give, it's Etienne off the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Lawrence. That is caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Etienne.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne
From 17 yards out.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
The extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. This is 1st and 10.
Get safe. Go ahead.
Throwing Tua.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, run.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
11. Hey, kill. Silver.
Now Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Sink right. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
Easy.
Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Can we go back to the days where if you tapped your wrist as a quarterback, that just meant you're going to spike the ball, not fake spike it and try and get something downfield? They just tried it there, and it wasn't successful, but I know what you're thinking, right?
Dan Marino, Jets, 90s.
Yeah, without a doubt. His Dolphins got over on him. They faked the spike play, thought they were going to stop the clock, ended up throwing a nice pass for a touchdown, I believe.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page